I would ask what we start with, but I actually want to start with this. Dion, why do you be?
Yo,
Would you like to explain to the people why you do be gaslighting? With
Yeah, I immediately had to pause this video and give a response. Cause what? Help me figure out how that statement "pick better men" is gaslighting for real.
Glad you asked, I'll explain. So the phrase pick better men implies that women are actively and intentionally seeking out toxic people, which is simply not true of any human being. Because the key you guys are missing is simple: manipulation. These men are not presenting themselves as toxic at the moment they're picked. What they do is they switch up later. And the point at which they switch up is always the same. It's when they can tell that their partner is attached to them. Add in some childhood trauma or maybe an unhealthy attachment style for the woman, and bam, you have the perfect recipe for an abusive relationship. However, claiming that women like when men mistreat them is just sexist, and it suggests that you think women are unintelligent, weak, and riddled with Stockholm Syndrome. But in case you're still confused, here's an analogy. Say I go to the store and I'm looking for a product that will clean every single surface in my house. I find a multi-purpose cleaner that says that it will do all of that and more, and so I pick it up and take it home with me. I clean the bathroom, it goes smoothly. I clean the windows, it goes smoothly. But when I try to clean the stove, I notice it doesn't clean as well, and when I put it on the wood, it stains. Who was at fault? The customer who bought the product or the company who lied about their product? Exactly.
okay. So we're really opening with this one.
Yes.
yeah,
So, so short version of it, chick on TikTok made the statement that telling women to pick better men is just a way of gaslighting women into taking responsibility for how men behave. Did I say that correctly?
something like that. Yeah, something like
But
that. If you would, I can
so
find the video. But go
so
ahead.
all
Go
I
ahead, do your
said
thing.
was in my opinion, I don't really feel like it's gaslighting. How often do you how often do you see situations where women deal with cats who obviously are no, even if not even necessarily no good for them, just no good in general?
Define no good, Dion.
Always going after you know the bad boys, the hood niggas, whatever, shit like that. But then some bullshit happens, they get their feelings hurt, they get embarrassed in whatever way, shape, or form, and then got the audacity to come back and be like, "Oh, niggas ain't shit," and XYZ.
But I mean, you can understand why they would say that, right? They got hurt.
Okay, on one hand, I
When
get
you're
that,
hurt, when you're in
but
pain,
at the
you
same
react.
okay, but at the same time, these women need to understand. Okay, you can't just make a broad statement like that. The person you got with ain't shit.
And to that, I say, who the fuck cares if it's general or not? Nigga, I'm hurt. Are you gonna help heal this pain, or are you just gonna gaslight me? Because if you're gonna just
I'm
if you're just gonna pour salt on the wound, you just don't say anything.
I'm not pouring salt on anything. All I'm saying is you can't lump us all with this one nigga just because he treated you like garbage or whatever.
And that's why they say a hit dog will holler. Because in that particular case, if it ain't got nothing to do with you, why are you commenting? You know what I'm saying? Like if she says niggas ain't shit,
Mhm.
and you go over there to say, well, not all niggas, then bruh, like she's not talking about you then. You're not the one that hurt her, right?
All right, but it's
No,
it's the
there's no
fact that
but.
you
You're
hear
not
it
the
so
one that hurt her,
often
right?
from so many different women. It's just like, come on, bro.
But you're not the one that hurt them, right? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, then. So that's it.
Well, it depends. I've had my moments in the past, but that's
No, but
neither
what
here
I'm
nor there.
saying, Dion, is you can't take it personally. They're gonna generalize because they're hurt. They're reacting to the hurt. If it didn't hurt, they wouldn't be speaking on it.
True.
So when it comes to that shit, that's why they say it's gaslighting, because telling a woman to pick better men is like telling someone who got food poisoning to pick better food.
You need to
like it doesn't help anything.
They need to be more specific. Everybody needs to be, but women rarely do. They're rarely specific. So then we have to look back at them like, okay, then what do you want? Like who? Because then we have it's just a whole trial and error and bullshit. Then we have to fall into bullshit and argue. Yeah, they just need to be because I always go through by this like straight up and down. They run on emotion, so that's already I already have to expect that when going in. So whatever they have to say and argue about, I'm like, okay, just gotta remember they're emotional. Just dial it back. Don't get angry. Sit back. Let them get it out and shit like that. And then attack the situation. Try to fix it. But keeping that in mind, and you have to let them know that too. When you argue with them, you have to let them know that you understand, because if you don't acknowledge their pain, it's over. Yeah, it's not over, but. So yeah, but the thing is, I always realize that every woman I've been with, like they're never specific, and it makes it difficult to try to reason with them. And like I said, see, I just said reason. We are like that. They aren't. They ain't gonna go there yet. And that's the balance that we have to achieve. We have to be able to be like, we have to show them, okay, this is what's needed, and they have to tell us to recognize their emotions, to be emotional, to match their energy. But at the same time, we have to be like, you got to learn how to keep that in check, because some things are blown out of proportion when it doesn't have to be. Because every time I see a woman argue, they always, like, they're never specific. All I hear is ain't good, or, no good, or this and that. I'm like, what do you mean? I will watch videos of these women complain, like, what exactly? So I'll know because I want to be able to say if I take your side or not. Like, if you're gonna complain, because usually when you see guys complain about women, they always break down what she does, this and the other. Only time a woman does it if she's spilling out exactly what happened to her in particular. But if she doesn't want to give information about her situation, she will never say what the hell he did. I'm like, I want to go out, and our reaction, we always want to save him. We always want to be the hero and jump in and save the woman when she's in distress. But how can you do that when you know he could be innocent in this? We know how y'all are. It could be something innocent that y'all could fix like that. But you got to learn how to, that's our job. We got to just learn how to maneuver through that and find a way to talk to them properly. It's difficult, but.
Fellow Gister in the building. I think that's Xavier, right? This is Xavier.
Yep, it's me.
What's up, Xavier?
What's up, Xavier?
Q was here, and
we're talking. Q was here. I'm waiting for him to come back, but we're talking about gaslighting. Go ahead, Xavier. So you can.
Wait, did you say for me to go?
If you had something to say, I don't know.
What is the?
So, all right, let me break it down. So the context is a woman is ranting about niggas being ain't shit, and someone says, you blaming the woman, saying that niggas ain't shit for her predicament is gaslighting, like blaming her for being in a position to be hurt by that nigga and her complaining about it. Someone saying that, oh, you should pick better men is gaslighting. That's basically what we're talking about.
Okay. So is the topic like, do I agree with that being gaslighting?
Yeah. Do you agree that the statement being made is gaslighting? That if she picks better men, is that gaslighting?
So
pick better men or pick better women, is it gaslighting?
In a sense, okay, technically yes, but it is also a fact. Only reason why I think that it somewhat is a fact is simply because there are women who go back to the same type of guys because that's what they're comfortable with, or they want that particular type of guy, and they never seem to want to branch out and get the quote unquote good guy. So they continue to get into relationships just like the last one. And then they love to complain that, oh, he's just like the rest of them. Oh, he's just like XYZ. But I'm like, if he's doing the same thing, if he's from the same area, or if he's doing the same stuff that other ones did, don't you think you will get the same result? So at that point, it's like choosing better. But it's hard for people to take criticism like that and not take it to heart and be sensitive and want to be upset and go off on you. But I'm like, well, what they're saying is not a lie. So am I really gaslighting you, or am I really looking out for you? I'm saying stop going for those ghetto fried chickens and do something better. But if that's the environment that you're in, then I guess there's nothing else for us to do. So technically, yes, in a way it can be gaslighting, but I know I've definitely said that out of my mouth, so I guess I could be a gaslighter.
Funny thing is, I don't even think it's on purpose. That's just like the default setting.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it is like obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga hurt you, then pick someone better than the nigga. I mean, that's obvious, right? But I think in this particular case, the problem with this is that what does a better man look like? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not obvious for a lot of people, even though it should be obvious. It's like I said, the dating pool got pee in it, so like sometimes it's not obvious to people, and you know that's why we call them game goofy, because it's like, bruh, you really getting hurt by the same niggas over and over and over again, and we're literally telling you, bruh. Like, no, you know what? I'll even say this, and I know Ray, like, he can co-sign this right here. You can see if a nigga ain't shit or not. You can see it sometimes.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. Like, the nigga will walk in the room like, that nigga ain't shit.
I've said this too.
But the difference is that it's subjective. We know that the nigga ain't shit. She might not know. You know what I'm saying? It's subjective. Right. People are in like different, stages in life. So that's why that's why it's considered gaslighting, because maybe they're not at that stage to see that yet. Or maybe that person needs therapy and they don't even fucking know it, so they keep going to the same guy unconsciously and they don't see it. People are fucking weird.
And they're simply in denial.
That's why they say, oh, such and such has a type. But okay, let me ask this question then. So going back to what I was saying, how women will walk around with this niggas ain't shit mentality, the whole all men are whatever. Going off of what we just said, and that count as a form of gaslighting too?
What?
Oh, the whole niggas ain't shit, all men, this, that, and the third, all of that bullshit.
Nah, that's not gaslighting. It's just generalizations.
Sometimes it takes a shock to the system for them, because I remember a lot of my I wouldn't say a lot of them, but a good amount of them, when they ask me advice because they want a guy's perspective. I'll tell them exactly what's up, and they will never listen until, like, I remember, I think it was like 3 of them. It's not until they got either a pregnancy scare or they were pregnant, that's when they get it and be like, oh shit, this is not who I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, I told you he's not the right one for you. What are you doing, yo? And then either after they done with the procedure or it didn't happen, that's when I see, like, let's say 2 years down the line, I'm looking at their pictures and shit and I'm seeing them happy with the dude. I'm like, see, why did it take all that, son? Now they're happy. They finally listened to me after they got the pregnancy scare or had to go through a procedure, because it just takes a shock or something to like really, like, they